I feel like we could have gotten the Division Series content a day or two earlier, but we finally did get the Division Series content, which we can take a look at. And I also want to take a look at the postseason collection and then the future collections that will be coming to this postseason content. And then finally, I do want to take a look ahead at the Extreme program because that will be coming on October 17th. Now, the first thing I do want to just mention is that we did get a new Conquest map for the Division Series round, and it does have 4 deluxe packs. 2 of them are random. 2 of them will be deluxe choice packs for finishing that, plus obviously all of the hidden rewards as well for that map. Now, both of these Division Series programs can actually be fully complete just by doing all of the moments, which I do like. They give us the option. You can just do moments, or if you guys want, you can do the missions and always come back to a few moments to finish off the program. And like this one right here, 1000 PXP, and keep in mind it's double PXP for 20 points in the program is pretty good. So yeah, pretty easy all around. You should be able to get this done very, very quickly. But then I want to go over some of these cards right here and go over some of my favorites. And then in a second, I will go into more of the collection and then mention kind of what's ahead, what's coming to that collection here in the near future as well. Starting off with the first card, Alex Bohm, and high contact guy, high clutch, not the greatest defensive player, or really, he's not going to have much speed or really that much power compared to all the other good cards that we've been seeing. So a card, if you're a Phillies fan, you might use, but most people probably not dying to use that Alex Bohm card in their lineup right now. Anyways, Nico Horner is the next card, and this is a fun one, honestly. Shortstop, second base option, maxed out contact, maxed out clutch, and maxed out fielding other than arm, but he will be at second base if you choose to put him there. So that arm won't really matter. That's going to be a fun card to use, honestly. Christopher Sanchez, sinker, change, slider, and cutter. The speed differential between the sinker and cutter is honestly kind of interesting. Normally, there's not that 10 mile per hour difference. Pretty good per nines on him, but again, just another lefty starter that if you guys want, you need a lefty starter in your rotation, you could try him out, throw him in there, see how he does. Seiya Suzuki, big first round for the Cubs. Very good, against lefties right here, maxed out clutch, and just another fun card to use, especially for the Cub fans out there. Mizorowski, outlier on the fastball and that slider of his. This is going to be a really fun card to use. Obviously, is a reliever or pitched as such in the Division Series, but maxed out hit per 9 and pitching clutch, and even 94 BB9 on a Mizorowski card is really, really good. You will be able to locate your pitches probably better than all of his other cards that we've seen up to this point. So this will be a fun one to use out of your bullpen. A little better stamina than the other relievers too, with that 56 stamina. And then Michael Busch, you can play him at first, second, or third, and obviously he's going to have some good power on him. And then finally, Roki Sasaki, another fun card right here. Outlier on that four-seam fastball, but maxed out hit per 9, pitching clutch, good BB9. That has that fastball, but then also that'll be reaching triple digits, but then he also does have that mid-90 sinker to go along with an upper 90 splitter, which should be a really good pitch, and then that low 80 mile per hour slider. So I like the speed differentials on this card as well, and I think this card's going to be a lot of fun to use. Probably a lot of people will be throwing Sasaki in their bullpen. And then speaking of bullpen, going over to the AL, Devin Williams. I feel like this looks a lot like any other Devin Williams card, right? He has that fastball cutter, screwball combination, and then really good K per 9, really good pitching clutch. So kind of typical what we see from a Devin Williams card. Troy Melton, 5-pitch mix, fastball, sinker, splitter, slider, cutter. I do like that combination. And to go along with, maxed out hit per 9, maxed out pitching clutch, as is the theme with many of these relief pitchers. A little more stamina on this card, 48, I believe. He has been a starter throughout the year, but now is in that bullpen. And then on that sinker, he will have the outlier. Ernie Clement, honestly, looks like a Nico Horner clone right here. Basically the same maxed out attributes on this card. Little lower power on the card. Javi Baez could be a fun one. Shortstop, third base, center field. So you can kind of play him all over the place. But yeah, I mean, if Javi Baez, I know there's probably lots of Javi Baez fans out there, want to use that card. That might be a good card to use nonetheless, though. And we'll speed this up a bit and go through the last few here quickly. Kerry Carpenter, hit the crap out of the ball in the division series. Very good hitting attributes on here. Might be a fun card to use, honestly. Trey is savage. Fastball, slider, splitter, sinker. Not going to throw as hard as many of these other pitchers that we've been seeing. But, a card, starting pitcher card that if you're a Blue Jays fan, go ahead and give it a try. And then finally, George Kirby with that 5-pitch mix. It's interesting that his hit per 9 and pitching clutch is lower than every other card by quite a bit. Outlier on that sinker for George Kirby. But give him a try out, especially if you guys are a Mariners fan or if you just like George Kirby cards, you can try him out as well. But that is pretty much that, and then we move to the collection. So we did, for all of the postseason cards we've gotten up to this point, through the division series, if you collect all of them, you will get this absolute monster Aaron Judge card. He's got a ton of really good quirks on him. Maxed out hitting across the board. He's got diamond defense. Once you parallel him up, he will have 70 plus speed. So this Judge card is going to be incredible, but keep an eye on future collections coming into this same collection though, because after the Championship Series round, the collection will get updated for the Championship Series MVPs, and then also the same will go for the World Series. So post-World Series, we will get all of those cards, and then also the collection award will be the World Series MVP as that final collection award for the postseason. So be on the lookout for that. Those cards are going to be very, very similar to this Judge, essentially maxed out cards. So you're not going to want to miss those ones. A lot of them should be very, very fun cards to use. But then, as I mentioned in the very beginning of the video, Extreme will be coming on October 17th. And as usual, we should see Extreme moments with it, right? They already confirmed one moment, actually, which was scoring 7 runs to come back in the 9th inning, which I'm sure will be on a high difficulty. But we also will get an Extreme Showdown and Conquest map. But it also looks like, because this is the first year of Diamond Quest, we're going to be getting our first Extreme Diamond Quest map as well. And then normally there's ways really to complete this program without needing to do the majority of the moments, which those can drive people like myself crazy. So I'll be interested to see what the program looks like and how difficult that new Diamond Quest map will be. And be on the lookout, because I will have a video coming out at some point going over the easiest ways to complete the Extreme program. So definitely be sure to watch that when that drops. But then finally, really just the spooky program, keeping up with this, because it's very easy to do, but you do sometimes need to put certain players in your lineup. But very good packs in here. It's just absolutely loaded with packs. We've been getting a chase pack every single week, along with several other of the special packs. So if you guys still need to complete collections or get all their cards that are very expensive, I would definitely recommend just keeping up with that, because it's going to provide you some value, some stubs to help you along in all those collections or whatever cards you need. But like I said, Extreme coming on the 17th, and then future postseason programs obviously will be coming right after those rounds end. Otherwise, that's pretty much the video on this one, guys. Appreciate all of you guys for watching this one. Be on the lookout for that Extreme video coming soon. I'll see you guys next time, though. Peace.